Although it is the final week of the Battle for Nordvik event, there's something else that I wanted to cover first before I talk about that and the event overall, hopefully tomorrow. And that's something I've been waiting to talk about for a while now. Now, some of you might remember, way back when I covered the persistent server change for Portal, I mentioned a mode that I had my eye on that seemed to be pretty special, and this is that mode, and I'm going to tell you all about it and how you can get involved with testing it and playing it in this video. So, let's get straight into it. The mode itself is basically COD Zombies, but in Battlefield 2042, with a group of up to 4 players fighting against zombies while completing objectives and opening doors just like in COD. There's a round system that tracks how many rounds you play for, and the health of the zombies coming at you increases every single round, as does the amount of zombies coming at you. While you're going around and doing these objectives and playing through the rounds, there are special rounds with zombies with more health that come as Dozer the specialist, and there's other special zombies that show up alongside the regular ones the more you progress through the mode. For example, there are McKay zombies that teleport from side to side and can break your deployables. Those are my least favourite, and also my favourite, because they are terrifying in large numbers. And speaking of deployables, you'll get a specialist to play as. These are randomised and you'll just get a specialist. There's Angel, Falk, Boris and Irish. Now these have been thought through by the development team here in terms of their balancing and how useful they are. But there is a real sense of progression with the specialists, because as you advance further into the round-based mode, you'll unlock more parts of the map and eventually be able to unlock your specialist's gadget. So if I start as Boris, I won't have access to his turret at the start, but as I progress, say, into the further rounds and get into the free roam portion of the map, which is on Manifest by the way, I'm able to go and grab his turret and use it to defend an objective or part of the map that I'm holed up in. But where do I buy these gadgets from, and where do I buy other stuff in the mode from? That's where these Portal modders have essentially created merchants around the map. You can head over to the gunsmith, the pharmacist, and the engineer. These are icons around the map that when you go to, you can use to get yourself a new weapon, a new primary, a new secondary, and there's even a pack-a-punch system in the engineer that increases your weapon damage through scripted damage, and this will really help you out with later waves. Of course, all of these cost money, and you earn that by killing zombies, and the more zombies that you kill in quick succession will give you a boost in money and make it easier for you to buy things, such as new weapons and upgrades to those weapons and gadgets. So essentially, it is just like COD Zombies. Everything has been recreated here, and it works really well. I've been following this project for a while now, and the amount of work gone into it is ridiculous. But of course, you don't have all of the COD Zombies weapons. Instead, you have 2042, BF3, 1942, and some Bad Company weapons that you'll get from the gunsmith when you buy a random primary or a random secondary. There are wall buys, so you can go off and buy a Spaz 12 or a Garand, and the actual introduction tutorial of the game mode has you buy a 1911, so there are wall buys as well as the random guns. So that is the overall gist of the mode. Just like COD Zombies, you follow objectives, you unlock doors, which allows you to unlock free roam, allowing you to roam any part of the map that the TDM layout allows. Now this is only for Manifest at the minute, depending on the amount of people jumping in and playing this when it's fully released, and now we could see other maps come to the mode, which would be awesome, but right now it is just Manifest. And these guys had to work around the rework for Manifest and completely overhaul the mode, which I think is incredibly impressive. Now, before I get onto my actual impressions of playing the mode throughout its entire development and where it is now, if you want to come and play it and give the team feedback, head over to the No Salt Discord link below. Go there, let us know that you'd like to come and test the game mode, and we'll get you sorted from there. Everybody is welcome to come and test it out, and the mode will go into full release hopefully very, very soon. But for now, we are in the beta test. But that is how you get involved. All of this sounds great on paper, but how does the mode actually play and function? Well, in my experience, surprisingly well for a Portal mode. I'm somebody who's always looking to see the next step and evolution of the Portal editor, and I think this is the most impressive mode I've ever played in terms of how it functions. I don't think there's any sort of doubt about that in my mind. I'm really impressed by things like Frontlines and Payload Classic and everything like that. They're brilliant and they work pretty damn fluidly. The amount of work put into each mechanic here is just incredible. I've played this both solo and co-op, but my co-op experience was on the pre-reworked map, and I'm kind of hesitant to show any footage from that because it doesn't really represent what the mode is like now, but I can show you a little bit of that footage just to give you a sense of how hectic and chaotic the mode can get later on and how fun it is. But anyway, as I said, that was a couple of months ago now, and the mode has advanced not just in the reworked map, but also in terms of the way that the mechanics work. And all of the issues that I had with it back then have been fixed now. It is ridiculous how far it's come. I think the progression is pretty satisfying. Unlocking doors doesn't seem to be too much of a grind, especially in solo, which was a surprise to me. Getting through the map, unlocking new areas, and getting to free roam was enough of a challenge where I did actually die once before making it there, but it's not impossible at all. It's very doable if you're paying attention. But it can get really chaotic and kind of terrifying when you have loads of footsteps around you and zombies coming at you from all angles. I think the gun selection is pretty solid as well. They can't include all of the guns into the random primary and secondary system, but the ones they have chosen I think fit pretty damn well. The specialist selection as well is something that I can tell has been put a lot of thought into. For example, in the earlier rounds without the COD Zombies, you can use the Irish Shield to block off entryways and secure yourself. You can use Boris's turret, which also gets pack-a-punched if you pack-a-punch your weapon, therefore its damage goes up. That can be really useful later on, and the list goes on. All of the 4 specialists in this mode are useful in their own right. The differing zombie types and rounds also really help to keep the mode feeling fresh. If it was just the normal Casper zombies, the mode would still be solid, but having the dozer rounds in between, having the McKay zombies spawn in, it does keep it pretty fresh. And even though I've played countless rounds of this, I don't really get bored any of the time, because there are a lot of different options you can take, what weapons you want to use, where you want to hole up and defend, especially when you get to the free roam part of it. Anyway, I think I've rambled on long enough. You guys know how to get into this testing session now. If you want to, head over to the No Salt Discord below, but I strongly recommend you do that, or even if you wait till the full release, give the mode a go, because it is one of the most inventive uses of the Portal editor that I've ever seen. Anyway, thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you again tomorrow, because I will be talking about the final week of the new event in 2042. Anyway, I hope you did enjoy today's video, and I'll see you in the next one.